Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcons soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today we have got a good one in store as part of our John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Series, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Here are your
Veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 Baker Mayfield.
And what a career resurgence for Baker Mayfield. He went from being a discarded starter to a Pro Bowl quarterback. And he's coming off a year where he set career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage. But best of all, the ultimate leader for his ball club.
Baker going to throw this right away. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And space tough to come by there. So get maybe a yard to the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the #1 thing, take care of the football.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top target really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw is Cousins. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Brings up 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's Cousins on the sneak. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney from 3 yards out. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mayfield now. He'll find his rookie right out from Ohio State here. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. His 3rd down conversion. After 1-7 Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Irvin. And just shedding him off there. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield now from the 50. And that's complete to Shepard. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And down inside the 15 he goes. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of the best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Well, this upcoming week, of course, an important one for us in the Madden community. It's the kickoff to John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Big John was such a presence on that holiday to so many of us. And we look forward to a big slate of games coming up on Thanksgiving Day. The Packers and Lions started out, followed by the Chiefs and Cowboys. What a game that'll be. And then finally the Bengals and the Ravens on Thursday night. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yaya Diaby got in there behind the line and dropped him for a loss on the play.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Play action now. Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Cousins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Fair catch called for. Now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Cousins. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bucs 36-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Cousins. And he can't escape. Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
It's just been all-out pressure on this drive. They've already sacked him a couple of times, and now here, he's just forced to chuck this one away.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Looking for Shepard deep. That is incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Mayfield looks to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A tight formation here. It's 3rd and a yard. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Mayfield off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
A gain of 30. First down, Buccaneers.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and a couple. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
This is caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 1. Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. On play action, Cousins. To the sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Johnson on the return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
This is 2nd and 8. Mayfield on play action. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Irving. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a first down.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll run with Irving. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Second and goal from the 1. Once again, it's Irving. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
It's third and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Mayfield down. And it's caught.
Mayfield's pass.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Here's first and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Cousins to throw. London holds this one in. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is a 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Now Cousins. And he is caught. And he's going to have the Falcons first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Cousins. And caught by London. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
3rd and 5.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
One last shot now for Cousins. This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, That's a surprise.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.